Hello YouTube, very special hello to all my subscribers. My name's Phil. Today we're talking about month 9 on my journey building an online income. So today I'm going to be talking about my Google Analytics numbers. I'm also going to be telling you how much money I made in the month of February. So if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because this is what I talk about all the time. So let's move on to the computer and talk about those numbers. So just in case you're watching me for the first time, this is my channel where I document my journey as a Project 24 member. So this is a program that's been set up by Jim Harmer and Ricky Kessler over at Income School. And it basically takes you through step by step how to build an online income. So whether that's blogging or YouTube or podcast, it's all within this program. So if you're interested in that, then don't forget to check out the link in the description, and it will take you to a webinar which will explain everything. And that is an affiliate link, so if you do use my link, then I will get a commission, which is great for me, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's get into the monthly update. So if we have a look, I'm going to talk about 3 sites today. So I have 3 Project 24 sites, and the first one is site 1. So up until the end of February, so 29th of February this year, I had 73 posts. So at the moment I'm in the Content Warrior Challenge, so there's a lot more posts that have just gone up in the last week, but by the 29th of February there were only 73. I had 13 videos on a YouTube channel, only 12 subscribers, only about 25 public hours on YouTube. It's not really something like since August I've lost the momentum on the YouTube channel, but I'm hoping to start up again soon. So of those 73 posts, 11 are what are known as pillar posts, so around the 3,500 word mark. 19 are staple posts, so around the 2,500 mark, and 43 are response posts, sort of 1350 to 1500 words or more. So just to give you an idea of how much work it takes to produce that amount of content, so the total hours probably spent on the 11 pillar posts, 88 hours. On the 19 staple posts, about 76 hours. On the response posts, about 86, which gives me a total writing time of roughly 250 hours. So that's pretty much writing 8 hours a day for a month, 30 days. So that's how much time it's taken me. So on site 1, I've written everything myself, which might explain the kind of slow publishing schedule I've had since September. And the money I've made from Amazon, $4.96. I'm going to talk about Amazon in detail a little bit later on, but that's how much I've made from Amazon in the last month. And I don't have any ads on any of my sites. So at the moment I can't qualify for any of the premium ad brokers. So I'm not really interested in Google AdSense. It's not really worth the time for me. Okay, so let's look at some of the figures for my Google Analytics. Okay, so if we first look at the users, just to get an idea of where the traffic's coming from, etc. So for the month of February, I got 1,162 users, of which 1,149 were new users. That was 1,305 sessions. And you can see the breakdown. Organic search is about 1,025 users, direct is 122, referrals 10, social 5. So I just want to point out a little thing here. So you can see over here conversions. So this is these goals that I've set up. So basically I set up a goal if someone leaves my site and goes to Amazon, or they leave a particular page and go to somewhere else. So I'm getting about a 10% conversion, and to be honest, most of this will be going to Amazon. So you can see that the social conversion is much higher at 40%, and organic search is about 10%. Okay, so if we look at the page views now, so from the 1st of February to February the 29th, I got 1,521 page views, of which 1,440 were unique. That was giving me an average on-time page of 5 minutes and 49 seconds, bounce rate 89%, exit rate 85%. But this is just all users, all page views. So you can see it's going up and down. I got a bit of a dip between the 12th of February, but it seems to be going back up around the end of the month. So let's just have a look at how February compares to January. So if we look here, you can see February the 1st to 29th compared to January the 1st, 31st. Obviously, it's a couple of extra days. Let's not worry about that. We can see that overall the page views, we've got about a 31.23% bump from last month, January, so 1,159 to 1,521. So that's a nice little bump there. Then unique page views, a 37.27 bump. The time on page, 34.10% increase. I'm taking a bit of a hit in the bounce rate, but maybe that's nothing to worry about. Maybe that just means that users are coming to my page, they're finding the answer they want, and they're leaving, which is not a bad thing in the eyes of Google. So if we compare that, so that's all page views from all sort of sources, let's compare that just to organic views. So you can see here that organic traffic's gone up by 10.79%. So overall, the page views have gone up by 49.55%. I don't know why we get the number, the change is 10.79%, and then the page views, it's a change of 49. Now, I don't really know why there's a difference there, but I'll take it. I'll accept that. So it's gone from 896 in January to 1,340. Now, my goal for February was to beat that sort of 1,000 page views, or I should say 1,000 organic page views a month. So yeah, I've gone through that barrier. I'm really happy with that. So if we look at unique page views, it's up by 53%. The time on page is up by 14.92%. So I've gone from 5 minutes 42 to 6 minutes and 33. If you compare that just to generally all types of page views, then it was a change of 4 minutes and 20 to 5 minutes 49. So why are people staying on the page a little bit longer? Is it because I'm writing longer content? Not really. I've adopted a new kind of strategy with a lot of my sites now, which is to embed YouTube videos. Now, YouTube videos have two added bonuses for us as content creators. The first one is obviously people watch them, or they should be watching them, and they stay on the page longer, which is great for us because that's what Google likes to see. Another thing is you can use the thumbnail of the YouTube channel as your picture. So you can break up the text with the pictures, and if you install a lazy load plugin, then you can use that as a picture, as a video, and it won't slow down your page load. So that's what I've been doing for all my sites, and I think that's what's paying off. I've been doing that for about the last 2 months, I'd say, so I think that's really working for me. Okay, so that is all of the traffic that I'm getting to the site through, so you can see this in Google Analytics. Let's just look at the money. So in the month of February, I made $4.96. That was from 80 clicks. Now this is all the money is definitely from site 1. I've not made any money from site 2 or site 3, but I think something like 69, 70 of the clicks are from site 1, and the other 10 come from the other 2 sites, but I've not made any sales there. So basically my conversion across all 3 sites is 5%. Only made 4 sales, but you know, this is pizza day kind of money. If I can increase the traffic, I'm sure this will go up. If we just compare that to last month, so last month I made $3.92. Okay, so it went up by about $1. And although that was 6 items that were ordered, 79 clicks, so about the same amount of clicks, and the conversion rate was slightly higher just because there were more orders, although it was less money. So that is how much money I'm making on Amazon at the moment. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but this is really proving the theory. It works. remember, I haven't promoted this site at all. I've only got a YouTube channel with a handful of videos on it. I occasionally answer questions on Quora and Reddit, but I'm not like pushing this. I'm not trying to approach other people and build links or anything like that. I'm not promoting it on social media that much. People are just coming to me and I'm slowly making money, which is good news. Okay, so let's turn to the next site. So site 2, as some of my more regular viewers will know, is my wedding site because so I got married last year. I'm also having a big family wedding in about a month's time. So I thought, yeah, why not? So here up until February I had 33 posts. I haven't got a YouTube channel for this at all. So the breakdown for the posts is about 4 pillar posts, 9 staple posts and 20 response posts. So if we look at the total writing time, that was 32 hours to produce the 4 pillar posts, 36 to produce the staple posts, and about 40 hours to make the response posts. So 108 hours in total, which would be about 13.5 days writing 8 hours a day. So just to give you an idea of how much work goes into it. But I didn't actually write any of these posts. I outsourced all of them to my writers. And that's why I've got slightly more response posts on this site, because basically I was training them up on the response posts and I had a few extra ones. Ordinarily I'd like to have a bit more of a spread between pillar and staple and response, but I'm going to find that balance later on in the project. So I've outsourced all this content. At the moment, for those 33 posts, I've spent $1,276.04. Not bad. It's not made me any money yet, and I don't have any ads or anything like that. It's very much in the ghost towns phase. Okay, so if we look at the traffic here, so this is just a comparison of all page views from January and February. So in January, only 45 page views in total, 93 in February, but it's gone up by 100%. So you can see that the unique page views, they're not too far off the ordinary page views, as it were. Time on page is pretty bad, under 2 minutes, and the bounce rate's going up. But if we look at this in terms of organic page views, so organic page views went from 18 to 61, so that was a 238% boost. You can also see that the unique page views went up as well, but for some reason, I don't quite know why, it's telling me that I've had a bit of a drop in the organic traffic. It said I had 3 minutes and 23 in the previous month and only 1 minute and 36 now. I don't know what's happening there. To be honest, this site is moving quite slowly. It's only about three and a bit months old, so I wouldn't expect it to be getting a lot of traffic. But when I compare that to site 3, you can see why I'm not that excited about this site. So let's have a look at site 3. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the video so far. Also, if you want to leave me a question, leave it in the comment section, and if you can give me a like, that really helps me out. Okay, let's look at site 3. So here we've got 30 posts on site 3, which is 3 fewer than the previous one, site 2. Again, no YouTube channel at all at the moment, maybe in the future. So the spread is a little bit different here. So we've got 5 pillar posts, that would take you about 40 hours to write, 11 staple posts, about 44 hours to write, 14 response posts, about 28 hours to write. So there's a total writing time of about 112 hours. So that's about 14 days writing 8 hours a day, just to give you an idea of what it takes. So I spent about $1,125.22 on this site, totally outsourced to my writers. It's not making me any money at the moment. However, I did put some lead gen stuff on it recently, so I'm trying to go down that route, because this is more of I suppose it's a service niche rather than a hobby niche. So lead gen seems to be a good direction to go for this one. Okay, so let's have a look at the numbers for this site. Okay, so this is site 3. So we can see that if we compare all page views, we went from 161 in January to 478 in February. So that's a boost of 196%. Now, if you remember, if we quickly go back to site 2, I was only getting about 93 in February. That's compared to 478. They have pretty much the same amount of posts on it. They were created at the same time. They've been updated and published the same kind of time. I must have done something better with this. The search analysis is just much better. I have to admit that with the wedding niche, I didn't do a very good job, and I'm trying to fix that. But here, I don't know what happened. It seems to be taking off. So yeah, so the unique page views, 191% boost. The average time on page is saying about 3 minutes and 43 compared to 3 minutes and 6 last time. Again, the bounce rate is increasing. Maybe, yeah, as I said, maybe I'm doing a good job answering questions. I always include a snippet, so I've optimized for that. Perhaps that's what's happening. So if we compare that to the organic page views, so organic page views went from 119 to 386. That's a 224% boost, apparently. I'm not very good at maths, but if that's what Google Analytics is telling me, I believe them. So you can see the unique page views went from 110 to 370. And here it's saying organic traffic time on page went from 4 minutes and 43 to 7 minutes and 17. Again, I'm using that YouTube video embed technique, and I think that's what's working. Although I have to say that my writers are doing a great job. They are really doing great research, and the posts, you know, I think they're quite informative, so that also is why people are staying on the page longer. At least that's what I think. And again, a bit of a drop in the bounce rate there. I mean, or I shouldn't say drop, an increase in the bounce rate from 90 to 95%. Okay, so I just want to go back and compare site 3, which you've got 478 total page views in last month in February, to site 1, which got 1,521. So site 1 is coming into month 9, whereas site 3 is probably in, I think I started at the end of October, 31st of October. So that is probably about 3 and a bit months old. And it's sort of, you know, a third of the traffic. Site 3 is really taking off. So my takeaway from this is that I did something with site 3 in the search analysis. I don't think it's because the niche is so niche that no one's writing about it. There's plenty of competition. But somehow I think I've just been practicing. I've done 3 sites now where I've had to do the search analysis. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. So what I need to do is go back, look at the posts that are ranking, think about what I would manage to do, what I learned, and then go back and apply it to site 1 and definitely apply it to site 2. The idea that I have is to try and have a number of different sites without dividing my attention too much, so that I can sort of basically make money and not risk it all in one place. So if something's working for one site, I need to learn the lessons there and apply it to everything else. So I think what we've seen today is that looking at 3 different niches, they all grow in different ways. And it's not only the niche, but also the skill of the content creator. So I've certainly changed, I've certainly improved in certain areas. I'm not the same person I was 8 or 9 months ago. So if you're at that stage where you feel like you're not making any progress, just keep going. The more content you produce, the more opportunities you have at getting traffic. But if you get to the stage where you're, you know, working 10 hours a day and still making no progress, maybe it's time to sit back, look at those Google Analytic numbers and think about what's going wrong. I know that when I do this, even in my last video, I looked through how many posts I've been publishing on my first site, and I realized that my publishing schedule had been even worse than I thought it was. So this is why I'm making a change. This month I'm doing the Content Warrior Challenge and I'm producing a lot more. So hopefully you're finding these videos useful and they're giving you a bit of perspective on your own site. If you've got any questions at all, anything that you're worried about, please put them in the comment section, because nobody knows what you're going through other than other content creators like me, and I'm happy to help in any way I can. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you can give me a like, it really helps me out, and I will see you guys in the next video.